A genuine question that I need someone to answer for me. So my very first boyfriend, I don't even count him because we didn't date that long, but you know, I fucked with him. I liked him. He cheated on me, and it wasn't until after he cheated on me where I was like, oh my god, like I like him, you know, I love him. My second boyfriend was my longest relationship and my last relationship. I remember somewhere in the middle, he like texted his ex, and I was like, oh my god. It wasn't until after he texted his ex where I really started fucking with him. And then we broke up. And it wasn't until he stopped giving me attention where I was like, I love this man. He was my first love. But when I was in a relationship with him, I didn't even see long term with him. Like, I liked him, but it wasn't like that.
A hard question because technically women cheat because of I can never say that word, spontaneity.
That's no self-love.
I know that I would say I would want the one that doesn't cheat, but my behavior, I believe, would say otherwise. So it's like we want somebody that's stable, but yet if they're too stable, they're too boring.
I hate the
That's why women
why?
cheat. If you cheat on me and I have absolutely no inkling that you did it, like you don't act different, don't tell me. Like, I'd rather the one that's fun.
Okay.
I can't be with a boring man, you know, because I will cheat on him if he's boring.
Right.
Here we
Period.
go.
So I choose the cheater.
Okay.
So I'd rather have the fun over anything any day. Exactly. But if he did cheat, you know, shit happens. Like, I respect you. I might cheat too. Like, who knows?
We could work on it.
We'll work on it. I'm not going to be with a boring man because I will definitely cheat if
Right.
I'm with some boring ass man.
Keeping it real.
So,
All right. Cool.
yeah.
I respect it.
Literally what she said. Oh my gosh. I would not want to be with a boring man, like, at all. Like, let's be real. Like, who wants to be bored? You feel me? But I would probably get with the cheater because he's spontaneous and, like, it's kind of exciting. You know what I mean? Like, get cheated on. It's kind of exciting.
The drama.
The drama, yes, because
Keeping it spicy.
Okay, cool.
Honestly, I don't want to be with anyone that's boring. I'm not gonna lie about that. I just wouldn't make it official with the guy that's cheating, because technically you're not cheating if you're not mine. So it is what it is.
What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to a different perspective. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button for your boy. We on the road to 100K. Now, look, in this video, I'm not gonna say anything that you guys haven't heard already before, but I will give you all two examples. One is a personal experience, and then one is an experience from some friends of mine. It just kind of ties together in a way, and you will understand why a little bit later on. But yeah, these females, man. These females, how many of my fellow men out here, like myself, has been frustrated throughout the years, struggling trying to figure out how to obtain these women, failing left and right, because we understand just how different our minds is compared to theirs, and how certain men tend to be able to obtain and acquire women so gracefully, so easily, while we sit back and struggle, and all we want to do, all we've been thinking about doing, is being good to these women, right? Yet for so long, so many of us have been pushed to the side, pushed to the curb, even though we're displaying very clear right up front and we can be a good man for them, right? Now it's time to pull the reins back on that thought a little bit, because now more than ever we're understanding the thought process of these women, and somewhat to a better degree than they can understand themselves. So let's dive into these two stories, right? So I remember this was probably about 6 or 7 years ago. I was dating, not for a very long time, I was dating this Asian girl, right? Cute, slim, you know what I'm saying? My type. And when I say my type, I mean cute and slim. But anyway, so we were dating and stuff, right? And I would notice that we would go to certain areas. I was living in Atlanta at that time. I'm right outside now. But I was living in Atlanta. We would go to certain areas within the city, and I would be very consciously aware of my surroundings. You gotta be, right? And I would be aware of the surroundings, and I would see how other women would look at us when we're together. Because her and I would just be in the moment. You know what I'm saying? We would be laughing, carrying on loud, just didn't care. We didn't care. We were just having fun. We could be loud as we wanted to. We didn't give a damn who was looking at us, right? So we'll be out and about, and I would notice women staring at us and giving her specifically a dirty look. They would be mean mugging the hell out of her, and she wouldn't even notice. One day I had to bring it to her attention, and I was like, hey, do you ever realize that when you and I are out together, women be giving you the nastiest looks? They be scanning you up and down and just be having the dirtiest look on their face. She was like, no, I never noticed. I was like, all right, next time we out together, start paying attention. Start watching the surroundings. I promise you're going to see it. It happens damn near every time you and I are together and we're out in public. So we would go out again, and then she started to realize, she started to notice. And then she brought it back to my attention. She was like, yeah, they're jealous. I'm like, exactly. I like, yeah, but you know what's interesting? Had I been out here in these streets by myself, and I would approach one of these same women that is giving you the nasty look now, had I approached them on my own, they wouldn't have gave me the time of day. And you know what she said? Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Women tend to want guys that other women want. So hear that again, you guys. I know y'all have heard it several times before by several other people, but I need y'all more than ever to really hone in on that thought that women tend to want guys that other women want. And now I'm generalizing here, obviously, because from the world that we live in, that's what we experience the most when we're out here trying to attain and acquire these women. We don't seem to be in a position to where other women want us as well. Because that's been the case for me more than it hasn't. Now, let me give y'all another example. I thought I had 2 examples, but I actually got 3. So I got a few homegirls, right? A few homegirls. Every relationship that they've been in, and they're pretty girls, so guess what? They've been in many. We're talking 10 or more. Every relationship that they've been in, the boyfriend cheated on them every single time. They told me, they're like, every relationship I've ever been in, the guy cheated on me. But if you break down those relationships and hear the conversations that they have about those guys, they kept being with those guys until they couldn't be with them anymore, or until those guys moved on to the other chick. And back in the day, it used to baffle me. I couldn't wrap my head around it. I'm like, yo, I would never cheat on a girl, but how come I can't get a girl to want to be with me? Because you're boring, bro. I was boring. I'm not even gonna hold you. I was boring. I bored my damn self. Of course no woman was gonna be with me. I would look in the mirror and I would say, hey, yo, if you was a girl, would you date you? And the answer was no, every time. Every single time, until the answer became yes. And I'm still working on myself, because I know now more than ever what these women want. But the best part about working on yourself to obtain and acquire the type of women that you want is it's literally beneficial towards you. A girl that wants a man that's in good shape, that benefits you the most, because that means you're healthy. You know what I'm saying? That means you can go out there and bag even more females. A girl that wants a guy that got money in the bank, that benefits you the most. That means you can do and move freely. I thought my phone was on. Hold on, my bad. Think about it. What females tend to want from guys benefit the man way more than it benefits the female. So do it for you. Forget them, do it for you. They're gonna come. Now I know I'm a little extra energetic. I just am today. Right now I'm just in that mood. I'm feeling really energized. So I'm giving y'all this energy right now. So the cousin of the Asian girl that I dated, right? She started dating this dude who I'm very cool with now. I think he just texted me not too long ago. She started dating this dude, and in the beginning of their relationship, it seemed to be a bit rocky. Like the first 2 years. And she would hit me up because remember, I was friends with her first. And it wasn't on some simp mess. I mean, shit, even though she was slick, finer than her cousin that I dated, we just acquired a little friendship because I dated her cousin or whatever. So she would hit me up. She was having issues with the guy that she's with now, whom she's married to now, mind you that. They were having issues, and a big part of the issue had to do with early on that he had options. He had options. He had other women that was letting it be known that they were interested in him. They were also letting it be known to her that they were interested in him. So she was going crazy. This woman was going crazy. And back then I might have thought like, well, hell, if this is such an issue and you think he might be cheating on you, why are you still in this situation? Why haven't you left him? Because I love him. I'm in love with him. Those would be the responses, right? I want to be with him. But a big part of that had to do with the fact, and I actually had him over here a couple of months ago having this conversation with him. I was like, bro, you did everything right early on. You let it be known to her that you had options. And even when y'all were together, you was able to low-key flex those options to the point where it made her want you more. He was like, yeah, I know. He was like, yeah, I know. And fellas, that's what you gotta do. You gotta make it seem as though you have options. And don't just make it seem as though actually have options. Cause I'm over here thinking about it now, like in the position that I'm in. I might try to talk to a female here and there, but if they flake on me, if they flex, if they don't show up, if they don't text back, this, that, and the fourth, I'm not fighting for their attention too heavy. I might give it one go, and from that, I'm ghosted. You leave me on red, you get left on red next time you message me. And you'll be lucky if you ever get a response back from me from there. Because I have other women that are also fighting for my attention. So if you gonna play, you can play yourself in the corner over there by yourself. That's what they want from you. They want you to not be boring. They want you to have options. You saw what those girls said on that podcast. Shout out to my boys, Fresh and Fit. I need to go back out there and get on the show with them. You saw what that girl said sitting in her car. She didn't see those guys as long-term relationships, not until they started flexing their options. When they cheated on her, it's like, oh my God, I actually love you. When they were texting other girls or not texting them, oh my God, like why isn't he Yeah, that's what they want. It's a part of the emotional roller coaster that they need to have going all the time. That roller coaster needs to be moving. If it comes to a stop, they're ready to get off of it. So fellas, you cannot be boring. You cannot be boring. And what does that look like? So I know some of you guys are asking, all right, though, yeah, but I am boring. I don't do much. I just stay at home. I go to work. I come back home. I play my video game. I don't really have a lot of friends. I don't know what to do. How can I not be boring? Great question. I'm glad you asked. Be willing. Here's the answer. Be willing to do things that are outside of your comfort zone. Be willing to do things that are outside of your comfort zone. That means go places, see things, do things that maybe you've never done before that you would want to do. Because people are realizing now more than ever that having this social life is so important, especially in the age of social media. I was just at the mall today shopping for a suit, and I saw that they had this gun targeting thing inside the mall. I'm like, this look like this would be something fun to do. This would be something I could bring a date on or whatever. I'm just giving a few little examples of things that are spontaneous that you could just drag a girl along to. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, being flirtatious. If you watch the rest of that podcast, they go a little bit deeper into it. I didn't watch the whole thing, but they go a little bit deeper into how what they consider is not to be boring when it comes to men. And what that looks like is someone who is good at doing back and forth banter with them, someone who is very flirtatious, someone that can hold a conversation, not just with the girl, but with other people in a social situation. The better you are at socializing with people outside of your friends and your immediate family, and the female is able to see that, she's going to naturally gravitate towards wanting to be and deal with you. Now, another example, and this is something that I see a lot. See, In the area of Georgia that I live in, there's a huge car scene, which I'm trying to get back into myself. There's a huge car scene out here. And when I go to car meets, I haven't been in a while, but when I used to go to car meets all the time, I would pull up and I would see guys, and most of the guys would be there with their super hot girlfriends. And I didn't realize it at the time. I thought it was just the cars that were able to get the girls. And some of these cars were not that great, but it was a car that they would modify to their wants and needs and desires, right? It could be a Honda Accord or whatever, but they were making it, you know, suit them. But these guys will still have these girls with them. And like I said, I thought maybe it was the loud car, the cool look that was drawing these girls in. But no, I'm realizing now that what it was is that social environment, that exciting environment. You got these guys that are going out to these car meets, that are hanging out, talking about cars, driving fast, doing donuts, doing burnouts, freaking racing and all this type of stuff. Things that would get these girls excited. Those dang on mufflers rattling in the back of that car was getting these girls excited, sitting in that car feeling that vibration, if you know what I'm talking about. Having hobbies that are fun and enjoyable that you can bring women along with is you not being boring. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, I done went way too far into this video. I added way more than I planned on adding. But if you like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more. As always, you can follow your boy on the gram and Twitter at Artofkickz. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. See ya.